Hello, Aquarius. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading for whatever situation you may be going through at the moment, or if you have any questions that you need answered via tarot or oracle, you can reach out to me through my email, sacredlovetarot1971@gmail.com. If you would like to offer a donation, you can do so through PayPal or Cashapp. Those links are in the description. Or if you'd like to purchase something from my Amazon wish list for my new to me house or my business, Sacred Love Tarot, you can do that through the Amazon link that is in the description as well. So I am Aquarius rising, and I am Sagittarius sun and Capricorn moon. So I would suggest that you watch your big three, your sun, moon, and rising, or maybe going even a little bit deeper with some of your other signs to get a full kind of like complete reading. This is, of course, a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Some of the others just may resonate with you more than this one does, and if you put them all together, it tells maybe a little complete story. So here we go. This is October 2024 energy forecast for the sign of Aquarius. Here we go, Aquarius. All right, so our first one, action. That's funny. Who else got this? I believe Scorpio got this, and Capricorn. There were a couple of signs that got the action card, like the last few, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and you guys, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. So the action is all about healing, taking responsibility for the healing process, right? And taking your time. I talked in the other readings about the action card meaning to take action, but it's not talking about flying through this healing process, right? It's stepping into your passion, stepping into your independence and strength, stepping into that sensuality and that love for self, but not doing it in a way to where it's just a really quick action and then nothing is learned from the experience. When we talk about healing and when we talk about stepping into our creativity and our independence and our sensuality and our passion and our strength and our courage, we really need to take the time to learn the lesson that comes from each one of those, not just bust through, do something, say we're healed, and then go out into the world and then find out that we're not really healed from whatever situation has caused us to feel as burdensome as we do. So the course of action is a course of action of slowly healing and coming back into the version of self that you desire to be, with strength and with courage and with passion and with independence and with creativity and sensuality. I was watching this post the other day of this girl who had gone through a really bad breakup. She found out that her boyfriend was using her for the money that she was making as an entertainer. So she took off all of the makeup and she cut her hair and she dove into her sensuality, which caused her to feel more powerful in her skin. And some random guy posted, nothing like acting like a bleep 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 to heal yourself. And I had to remind him that when men heal from trauma, they do things like work out. They do things like look after themselves. It could go one or either way. When they heal, they can hit rock bottom and come back up. The way women heal from trauma is that they redefine themselves sometimes. And the way we redefine ourselves sometimes is by taking off what taking off what that person who caused the trauma maybe liked about you the most, right? It's scraping it all down to the bare basics, learning the lesson of what was, and then building yourself back up into a version of you that is stronger, more independent, more passionate, more sensual, more creative, more strong, more courageous, right? It's not scraping it all back and then putting it all back together, being the same person that carries the pain and the hurt, right? That's what the healing is for. And if we don't go through the healing process that is just for you, not really for anybody else, if we're not going through that healing process, then we are destined to make the same decisions as before. So I really think for you, Aquarius, that this is taking action on healing, taking action on getting to the bare basics of the trauma that you have went through or had gone through or are going through, and scraping it all back and really healing from the depths of your soul, not just superficial or on the surface. This is really healing from the depths of your soul. And I think the Hermit card very much, well, the Hermit card and the Page of Cups really very much resonates with that. The Hermit card is going within and learning from the experiences of the life lessons that we've had to go through going to this point, and then learning from the lesson that we may have learning from the lesson of the experience that we just went through, and recognizing that every experience that we go through makes us wiser. And if we allow ourselves to recognize the lesson that is learned from this particular experience, then we become wiser. Then the healing becomes more meaningful. The rebirth, the strength, the courage, the passion, the independence, the sensuality, all of it becomes a more meaningful process as opposed to going through the motions of just healing. And that Page of Cups energy is when I talked about scraping it all back and starting from the beginning, scraping it all back and healing from the basics and moving forward. I think that's what that Page of Cups is really showing us, that sometimes healing can be messy. Sometimes the experiences that we experience in life that causes us to go through the layers of trauma that we have, that has been attached to oneself. It becomes very messy and very scary, and sometimes we deal with it through peace and power and intuition and balance and stability, and we connect with Mother Earth, and we allow ourselves to be as messy and chaotic as we want. And sometimes it becomes a battle between yourself and those who may have caused the pain. And sometimes those who may have caused the pain will always try to manipulate you and deceive you into thinking that they have changed and everything is going to be fine. And this is a very meaningful thing that we have here. And I would hate to see you go and ruin such a good thing that we've had. And as passionate as you are to tell them to go fuck off, they are equally as passionate as to tempt you or seduce you into coming back and continuing on this journey, and allowing them to manipulate, deceive, hurt, seduce, use you for what it is that they can get from you. So the Hermit energy and the healing that you are going through is allowing you to take the action that you need to heal, but also to move away from and have the strength and the courage to move away from this very toxic energy of the devil. You are coming into a time of a beautiful and wonderful transition, transformation, ascension. And that King of Wands energy, I feel, is you stepping into your power and making the decision to move forward. The Wands are fire energy. The Wands are all about moving forward and passion and independence and strength and courage. So you're very much on your way to a better, more it's almost as if you have to move away to get away from whatever is happening. Move completely. I'm talking about bags packed in car, moving somewhere else kind of thing. I'm talking about emptying your bank account, packing your bag, selling off all the most of your shit, and just going and saying, there is no reason for me to be here anymore. There is no reason for me to go through this toxic and chaotic energy anymore. You have shown me who you really are, and now I must be on my way to a better, more significant, stable, balanced life. And that King of Wands energy is communicating on a different level with people, but also recognizing that in order to grow, there has to be movement. It's like, we'll take for instance the Roman army. If they would have stayed where they were, they would have never conquered who they conquered. And because they were constantly moving and going and moving and going and moving and going, they were able to defeat, and they had just, it was just so much. And so in order to succeed or achieve or accomplish over this enemy, we must move, we must go. We can't give them the time to plant the seeds and to keep us in a place of self-doubt. That's where the action comes from. You can move, but you can move and still heal. You can move, but still be in your power and your creativity and your sensuality and everything that comes with that. The Hierophant is you taking back your power. The Hierophant could be you going back to school, learning something new, connecting with some sort of spiritual, educational, or local organization with where you're moving to. This could be you connecting with a church or connecting with some spiritual group, going on some sort of a retreat to help with the healing and what it is that you have been through. There is the need for balance and for moderation here. That Temperance has the Temperance has this. I talked about it, I think it was I don't remember if it was Sagittarius or Capricorn or Scorpio, but we talked about when the pain and hurt comes from a place of that really hits us hard. We have a tendency to do things beyond moderation, eating and drinking and binge watching and things like that. And then we forget about our body is our temple, and we forget to balance that out with something that is beneficial and important and healing for us, right? So as you step into this position of power, you're also being guided to step into this energy of balance, stability, and moderation as well. Where you're going is a place of abundance and prosperity. Is a place of abundance. Is a place of abundance and prosperity. Where you're going is a place of loyalty and playfulness. Where you're going is a place of creativity and gratitude. Where you're going allows you to heal. It allows you to step into that energy of strength and of courage. It allows you to step into that energy of independence and passion. So this is you taking action to get away from the people, places, or situations that have the potential to harm you the most. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana cards out of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a huge transformation for you, Aquarius, and this is really about taking action and taking the steps into healing, and not just healing from whatever you're going through at this moment, but healing from the past too, because it's a combination, it's a correlation, a combination or a correlation or a gathering of all of it. It's not just one thing that happens to us in one period of time. It's a lot of things that happen to us in a long period of time that accumulates into this, the straw that breaks the camel back, and the straw that breaks the camel's back, and I have to do something to change my life, or I'll always keep repeating these same situations, these same mistakes, the same energy. So as passionate as you are about taking back your power, this person is equally as passionate as to keep you confined to their energy. So it's very important that you step in that strength and courage. And I want to say that this is the same girl. I want to say that this is the same person, with the red and white hose and the black dress. And I want to say that she's transitioned into someone through strength and courage and through this healing action, that she has found the strength and the courage to go through this ascension, to go through this transition, this transformation, to allow those parts of herself to kind of just fade away and dissolve by doing the work that she's doing on herself in regards to the healing and the stepping into one's sensuality and one's creativity. We have transformation and we have closure. So yes, we are most definitely bringing closure to a chapter of our lives through love, loving yourself, and through happiness, through love and through happiness. So you're stepping into transformational energy. It all starts with the Hermit, right? Really allowing yourself some peace and some time to really think about your life and think about where you desire your life to go, and to think about what you desire to do in your life and how you desire to do that. And if we continue to do things the same way, we'll continue to receive the same outcome. So there has to be closure. There has to be this exit. There has to be this exit strategy to move forward. And you're moving forward into this time of moderation and discipline, and balance and stability, but also taking charge and maybe getting back into practicing or connecting or doing things. It's like spiritually is what I'm talking about. You know, spiritually, when we have things in our life that are toxic, we have a tendency to turn away from the things that are important because we feel like Source, Spirit, God, whatever, judges us for being in this toxic moment. And we have a tendency to turn away from all of that. Once we bring closure to whatever that toxic energy is, we have that opportunity to get back together, right? To allow our energy to there's some, you ever start talking and there's this energy around you that doesn't want you to say what you know you should be saying, so it's trying to block you from. I think there's a message here that there is something energetically that doesn't want you, Aquarius, to connect to Spirit, to Source. Because I feel that you're a very powerful person when you are. And those people who would rather keep you down, I feel that they extend so much negative energy toward you that you find it very hard to connect to Spirit and Source. You find it very hard to connect to your spiritual abilities sometimes because their energy is so toxic and it's so chaotic. And they would rather keep you down here than have you at your full potential. Does that make sense? So when I was trying to talk about you stepping into your spiritual abilities, and by stepping into your power and closing the door on this chapter, you then have that ability to step into those. I mean, it just feels like you're a very powerful creator, a very powerful manifester, a very powerful healer. You could have psychic abilities. You could have the ability of sight. You could have the ability of reading people's energy. You could have the, I mean, it's a kind of like an unlimited thing. And I kind of feel that the more you work on those abilities that you feel you may not possess, The moment that you start working on those, you will see that there's a lot more to you than meets the eye. But you have to get away from that toxic energy. You have to bring closure to that and heal from that first and foremost. That's the most important part. All right. Here we go. And there's 3 butterflies here. There's the butterfly in the transformation, the butterfly in the happiness, and the butterfly in the judgment card. So butterflies, transition, transformation may be really important to you. Look at that. See, this is what I'm saying. Blood moon, narcissism, uncertainty, and illusion. Whatever that person or those people are feeding you, it's all an illusion. It's all bullshit. It's all deceptive. Planning, making decisions, taking risks. Time to take action. Time to go, 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 go. Time for you to step into this moment of independent thinking, enlightenment. Time to tap into your wisdom. We have owls twice in this reading. One with the hermit and then this particular one. So owls may be important to you as well. Owls and butterflies. That strength card is about you having the power and the energy to navigate all of this in whatever direction you desire to navigate it into, right? No one possesses control of your life but you. And it's time that you step out there and start loving yourself the way you desire to be loved. We have transformation and change, coming out of the darkness into the light. We also have earth magic, grounding oneself. The hermit represents a little bit of that earth magic. Grounding yourself, finding a place in a space outside or someplace that is connected to earth. Could be inside as well. We have the full moon again in the earth magic card. Really connecting to spirit, connecting to source. If you have crystals, crystal magic, we talked about you being very powerful in a lot of aspects of your spiritual self. You could work with crystals, you could work with energy. And when I talk about energy, we talk about strength and resilience. We have strength twice. That strength and resilience card really talks about you doing what you have to do to protect your family. And if it's connecting with that creative, quick moving energy, this reminds me a lot of the 8 of Wands, that quick, fast, moving energy. It's like once you make the decision on what you need to do and what you want to do and the direction that you want to go, it comes in really fast, and it's about having the strength and the resilience to do it, to say yes, and to go through this period of transformation, closure, and happiness, all with love. I hope that makes sense. Know that you are divinely guided and loved. Talk soon.